Three, two, one. Welcome to the SaaS Pulse Show. My name is Michael Bertoni, and I'm the founder and CEO of SaaS Talent. And unbelievably excited today, really excited because we have a creative genius. Can I say that? Creative genius. He is helping manage creatives, make creatives better, make workflows better, right? Unbelievable here. We all need help with this, right? In terms of any SaaS or tech company, most companies need help managing their creative people, making their creative people better. So let me introduce everybody to Joshua Copeland. He is the founder and CEO of ActionAtlas, based in Seattle. So if you're in Seattle, connect with him. And let me give you his tagline: creative operations simplified. So I got that right, Josh?
You did. Thank you,
Nice.
Michael.
Nice. So it's so awesome to have you on the show. I mean, I actually was just talking to one of my creatives on my team today, and I'm looking so forward to understanding how we better manage, how do we do everything better? How do we optimize things? So what I always love to start with, Josh, is the superhero backstory, right? So I saw in LinkedIn that you've been 6 months, right? So I'm sure you've been doing this for longer than 6 months, but how did you get to ActionAtlas? How did this happen? What's your backstory that led you to ActionAtlas?
Okay, so first off, thank you for inviting me onto the show. Really appreciate being here. Um, it really starts off with my education and moving into my early career. I have always been in media and entertainment. My degree from Washington State University, in particular, was focused on fine arts, specifically in broadcast communication, motion graphic design, and photography. I transitioned away from the creative world as a career path and into IT just over a decade ago, and have worked with software companies and production companies for that time span, running IT teams. What the problem I found and how I actually came to creating ActionAtlas was very simple. For years, I've spent looking at our production network, looking at our how we manage people and how we manage clients, and really never finding a solution on the market that really met the needs of all three in one. There's great verticalized solutions for each one of those problems, unless you were going to go down the path of purchasing like an ERP plan. But there's a huge ROI on an ERP system. Usually you're looking at 4 to 6 years for companies of the size and scale that I worked with in the past, because there's a large startup fee and then a large maintenance fee associated with them.
Right.
And so throughout years of research and years of struggling to find tools and adopting tools that didn't meet the needs of the organizations I worked for, I decided not too long ago to solve this problem that's just been nagging me, biting me in the back of my mind, bugging me for years, to really fix it myself. And so that's what I've done. Last February, we opened up ActionAtlas. My wife and I, it's a joint venture, and brought on a small team and are about 3 months away from product launch at this point. So.
Nice. Unbelievably exciting. Unbelievably exciting. So I want to understand more, because when I hear creative operations simplified, right? So tell everybody the elevator pitch, right? So what's the elevator pitch? Give the audience an understanding of what are you trying to build here. You describe the problem really well. What's the elevator pitch?
Yeah, ActionAllis is going to solve three key areas for any company coming on board to our platform: client management, project management, and people management, which would be freelancers. All of these things have to be done really well before we can grow this product in different ways. Ultimately, we are going to be working to become an ERP type solution for the creative space alone.
Love it. Love it, man. ERP for so yeah, you want to simplify what you're saying to people. Like, I love that, actually. ERP for creatives. People just understand that. So that's really, really cool. So in terms of the product, so you're launching, I guess you're saying you're launching your product in 3 months. That's what you're saying, right? In roughly 3 months. So what is your ICP look like in terms of who are you looking to attack? Like, so for people listening in this right now, what I love to hear, Josh, is when someone reaches out to you and says, hey, let me help you, or I have a lead for you, or something like that. So tell the audience a little bit what your early stage ICP, ideal customer profile, for people who don't know what that means. What does that look like? How can we help you?
Yeah, we're looking for small to medium-sized businesses, all focused in the creative space. This would be marketing, design, post-production work, production work, really anyone who might engage a freelancer in any form or fashion to come on set or on site to do some sort of creative work for them. So this also extends into, and it's a little hard to measure, but internal corporate departments. And what do I mean by that? Microsoft is a great example of this. Microsoft runs a couple dozen creative departments within their organization, like Microsoft Production Studios, Worldwide Learning Studios, Forza, Turn 10, all these Xbox Studios, all these in their department subsidiaries. So we really be focusing on those types of opportunities as well as the ones I previously mentioned.
Yeah, if Microsoft is listening in Seattle, right? So let's connect. Let's get somebody to connect. Help Josh connect with Microsoft, right? That would be a great client to start with. Hey, we landed Microsoft, right? What's great about a client like that, Josh, as you know, there's like 500 companies and clients. There's basically 500 opportunities in Microsoft, right? So unbelievable. But so let's get into the market. So what I'm feeling too is you have products out in the market that people are using, like Elance and like the other one that they renamed to Elance. I can't remember the name of that right now, but people are using these products, right, to like
Sure.
to manage talent. So tell us what about your product. You said the three things, but
Yep.
what's going to set you apart? Like, so I'm starting to understand it already because you got to manage all these freelancers and these people. Like, how am I doing this properly? So what high level, those three features that you mentioned, dive a little deeper for the audience here.
Yeah, so right now, any of those three features that I'm talking about are usually very verticalized. So for like a client management system, we're not going to compete with Salesforce or HubSpot or any of those types of competitors, or from the project management side of things. We're not looking to compete with Monday.com or Asana, or from a freelancer perspective with Work Market, which is, I think, ran by ADP these days. All these people are doing very specific problem solving issues and solving them within their own vertical. Uh, the problem becomes when you want any of these types of databases or tools to all talk with each other, where you're pulling in CRM information and right into your projects, and then your people right into your projects as well from the same system, and organizing it well. Where we're really going to set ourselves apart is how we combine those three things from a financial data perspective. This is where our insights that will be built out over time with the tool will allow our customers to make the best possible decision and understand what their project health scores look like. Are they making money? Most of the tools on the market today are very simplified when when you would like assign a freelancer to a project. In this example, that project might have a budget, and that's the only financial data you'll get out of it, is how much that freelancer is costing out of the budget. Versus our tool is going to allow our customers to select whether or not they want to calculate their gross margin off of markups or or margin via the tool, and give accurate financial reports and insights back to the people who actually need it and can make strategic business decisions from that data being presented to them. So our knife's edge is really the financial side of things within the tool. We're going to project manage and client manage and people manage very well, but we are really trying to focus all of our energy and efforts on is getting good, accurate financial data back to our customers.
Josh, I got to tell you, man, unbelievably super clear on what you're saying. Like, so you must be a good sales guy or a marketing guy, sales guy, because you're super sharp. Also, just what's sticking in my head is ERP for creatives. Like, I don't want to change your tagline, but like that, that clicks for me. Like in a second, like I'm like, oh, okay, I see how you're going to be giving value. But awesome stuff, man. So in terms of your challenges, what I'd love, I'm actually curious of how long you've been building the product for too. So maybe you could answer that for us. But like, so the biggest challenges that you faced, right? So you're going to launch in 3 months. You basically said February. So this is awesome. So like what are the biggest, so you basically launched, you're building a thing. I'm sure there's some testing happening, and then you're launching a thing. So what have been your biggest challenges? I mean, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, so biggest challenges to date. really came down to initially getting over the fear to start my own business. The product is all coming from industry experience. I've been in this industry for so long and have worked with so many diverse groups across different agencies to really know the workflows well and know what a generalized workflow looks like that will be applicable to most of our customers. So the product was never a huge concern. It was just, from my personal standpoint, taking the leap of faith that I am making the right call and moving the product and starting this company and moving this idea and this product forward. And I truly, at this point in time, do believe we have made the right call, and our customers will see that once this tool launches.
Josh, I could totally tell by the way you're speaking, right? Just to let you know, I'll give you some confidence. I could totally tell just by the way you're speaking that this is going to work, like, and just, it's great. I'm really, really excited to have you on the show. I mean, because I've never heard ERP for creatives. I mean, I'm sure there's some competition out there, but in terms of your company and talent, recruiting, people, right? So what are some things that you really think about there? So what type of people are you looking for? What's talent look like for your company, and what's important to you in those areas?
Yeah, young, hungry individuals who are not afraid to share their ideas. I have the product pretty well locked in from a flow side of things. This is something I've been working on, like I said, for about 6.5 years in my mind and trying to solve and find solutions to solve the actual issue. From a talent perspective, we've handled everything in-house to date. But we are always consistently looking for new individuals who can bring fresh ideas, and especially once we have this MVP live and in the world and we're in beta testing with our customers, is looking for that next arm to compete, to bring on a feature set at least into the tool. And I have a whole roadmap associated for the next 5 years, because what I really want to do is do these first three things really well, which is client, people, and project management, and then start moving into client reviews, studio management, a lot of different AI type integrations in the long run. Really, the foundation is the kind of the boring stuff, but it's core to every creative business out there. And then in the long run, we start deep diving into some more unification of different verticalized services within the creative space. But right now, our people are primarily sourced internally. And anytime we bring someone else on, we're looking for someone who's very capable, young, and hungry to make a difference within the space.
Josh, I'm so pumped up for you, man. I mean, I'm like generally pumped up for you because like everybody listening to this right now, he's been dealing with, what did he say a couple of times? I've been dealing with this problem for 5 years, 6 years. I've been building this product in my mind, right? He's been manifesting the product in his head. Like now he's like, I just got to get this out, right? And now he's building it. And now he's got to figure out how to make money and support his family. I mean, who cares? I mean, like we'll we'll figure it out, right? You'll figure it out. So
that will come in its time. So
right.
At the end of the day,
we need to figure out how to make money. I mean, maybe your wife's work. We don't have to get into details there, but that's the hardest thing. I had to do the same thing. We all have to do the same thing. Take the leap, jump in, right? Put some savings aside, make some money. You could do it. So Josh, I'm really pumped for you. And this has been a super crisp show too. What are the best 2 or 3 pieces of advice, right? So you're doing things rapid here, right? So what are your journey of the last, 6 years, and then you finally got ready? I'm thinking just one piece of advice probably is just do it, right? Like Nike, just go and build your product. But what are the two or three biggest pieces of advice that you would give other early stage solopreneurs listening to this, people listening to this that are thinking, geez, I want to do something?
Don't give up. Stay away from Reddit. There's a lot of good things that come out of Reddit, and there's a lot of bad advice that comes out of Reddit forums. Just don't be discouraged by other people's negativity coming into conversations, thinking they can't actually get to the end result. And then my second piece of advice would be pick a really good team who not only believes in you, but believes in the product and the solution you're going to be selling back to your customer. Because that's what it's all about, solving the problem at the end of the day for the customer. And so if you have good people around you who believe that you can do that and that you can deliver on what you're talking about, that will set you up for success from day one.
Josh, I got to tell you, this has been, I'm just no joke. I've done about 55 of these shows. This has been one of the crispest, right? Because look, we're in the show probably like 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes here. And I'm telling you, you're super confident. You're speaking amazingly. I mean, it's like, I'm really excited for you. So
Thank you.
what everybody has to do if you're listening to this is for, connect with Josh. Again, Joshua Copeland from ActionAtlas. Help him out. Get him a referral, right? Very, very simple to understand here. Again, streamlining creative workflows for success, right? ERP for creators, right? I love that too. So reach out to him, and it was awesome having you on the show, Josh. So stick around for a few minutes. We'll debrief. Awesome having you on the show, and looking forward to seeing your journey.
Thank you very much, Michael. It's a pleasure being here.